Okay, now we're going to talk about something awesome, GTA 5, because I am a bit of a fanboy. Blake might be as well. I don't know about Brittany. She kind of likes video games.
Once. Not GTA 5, obviously, but...
Which one did you play? Which version? 4?
Three?
3? San Andreas?
Somewhere in there, I have no idea.
It said Grand Theft Auto.
PlayStation 2 or
No idea.
anything? Or which console?
PC.
Oh, yeah, okay, PC obviously. You can play on PC. Okay, so according to IGN yesterday, Take-Two has announced that Grand Theft Auto 5 generated approximately $800 million in sales worldwide during its first 24 hours on sale. According to Take-Two, this marks the highest first-day retail sales of any title in the history of the company and the Grand Theft Auto series. Yes, that's quite obvious. It still has to be launched in Japan and Brazil, obviously, and then Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, he's very impressed with sales, as you can imagine. The game itself cost about $135 million to develop, but then marketing itself was apparently a further $100 or so million, everything on top of that. So
yeah, it's the most expensive game ever created.
Indeed
but
it is.
It made all of its money back and more just on pre-sales alone.
It's insane. Okay, I'll go to Brittany first because she loves Grand Theft Auto. Tell me what you think. What are your first impressions of this? This game is just going to be, it's already proven
Are we
itself.
talking about
It's already made Avatar look like pocket change.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was supposed to be the highest grossing box.
So does that go to say that a lot of Hollywood blockbusters are now being challenged, much like, COD, which, pretty much every game they release makes $500 million or more money. Maybe the movies are now being challenged by games, whereas games weren't taken as seriously before.
It's still a very juvenile industry, but...
It's not like they can replace movies. They're not going to threaten it too greatly.
What do you reckon, Blake? Do you reckon movies will be replaced by games one day, or perhaps it'll become so that they're basically the same thing? Because you've already got cinematics in games. You have had for some time, ever since the days of FMV, full motion video, I should say.
Yeah, wasn't
FMV. What the hell's that?
I have no idea. Wasn't it? What's that game called with
Tomb Raider?
With Solid Snake or whatever his name is.
What do you mean, Metal Gear Solid?
The
franchise?
I've never played the games.
Oh, what's wrong with you? Doesn't matter.
I don't.
We'll save that for another podcast.
We have a video
We'll
game
dedicate an
session.
entire 10 hours to Metal Gear Solid, which is basically the length of all the cinematics in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, right. It wasn't like on the end of one of the games there was like a 2-hour cutscene at the end of one game that you couldn't skip.
I can't remember, but it's actually does sound
okay,
true.
So going back on topic, but I feel that video games are the quality of video games of late are challenging the quality of movies. Like, because you see some of the movies coming out are just so, like, even the premises of them, they're all either like spin-offs of other movies or TV shows or even books, mostly books more than anything nowadays, or even just simply recycling old scripts. And here we have video games who are pushing new storylines, new ideas. And
they recycle old video games.
They recycle the hell out of them.
Nintendo things will be recycled.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure Nintendo don't make any new games, they just remake old games.
Like Wind Waker.
We still buy them.
Yeah. I'm going to buy a $400 console just so I can play Mario on it.
In GTA,
well, what do you think?
It's a recycled idea, but different. Emissions or whatever.
It's the same
you
concept.
mean much like the fact that
Concept, yes.
GTA 5 is set in a similar environment as to, say, the third? No, wait. What was the... San Andreas. GTA San Andreas, obviously, and then GTA 5 has San Andreas in the game, but apparently they've scrapped the entire thing from the old game, and they've just redone everything. They shot like some 250,000 hours of visual stuff just to get a layout of LA in order to make the game itself seem like, more familiar, I guess, to players.
More realistic
familiar with LA.
Like
yeah,
that.
well, that's right. Yeah, and the game itself is massive. I mean, it's the biggest. Apparently, according to Rockstar, it can include the map from Red Dead, the map from GTA 4, the map from San Andreas, pretty much every map in GTA 5.
For listeners who don't know, those are all open world sandbox games.
If you aren't aware of what GTA is, then perhaps
should have already googled.
Well, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're listening to this, you probably live in a developed nation anyway, so you're probably familiar with the GTA series.
Yeah.
And if you don't live in a developed nation, I'm sorry. But
Just automatically.
uh,
Alright then, Brittany. So there's also because it's a game about open world theft and
Among other things.
among other things. Do you think that there are any negative repercussions on?
Oh, people always say, what about the children?
Yeah,
They've given it an R18 rating, so that kind of basically means it's going to be the parents' responsibility now. I don't think they can really blame it on the game anymore.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah.
Because they've given it the rating.
Yeah, no. Saints Row 4 just got a whole. It was just refused classification a couple of weeks ago.
Saints Row 4, yeah, that was was banned because of. I don't think it was drug use or anything like that.
It offered drugs. Like there was one mission where if you took drugs, you were rewarded with superpowers or something like that. So it offered drugs as a reward. So that was automatically against their thing. And I think there was also some form of anal probe gun.
I think there was. I think it's still included, but I think they pretty much.
No, they removed it.
Oh, did they? Oh,
yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, well, that's why a lot of Australian gamers are pissed because they can't play online with other people who have the non-low violence version.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess that's perhaps where the rating board in Australia falls down a bit because they did bring in the R18, but then they're still banning a lot to games.
Yeah,
so it's kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, why even have the R18?
Yeah, I'm actually semi-prepared for this subject. I was actually on the Australian Board of Classification website the other day, and the only games that really stood out to me that were banned classification, or refused classification, sorry, were Saints Row the 4th, for various reasons,
Yeah.
and Ninja Gaiden, or like one of those games from the series, because of like super excessive amounts of gore.
Yeah.
Well, GTA 5 has got an R18 rating, but I imagine, you know, there's things they. I mean, they blurred the obvious stuff like the prostitution, sex, and other things, but
That's always been in those games.
it's still incredibly violent. So
Yes, it's incredibly violent, but
It's not like encouraging the violence. Like, they've still got the police in the game that will chase after you to punish your wrongdoing.
I will
They're
just
still not.
touch
right.
on this one article from Business Insider Australia. Apparently, a game store, that is to say, electronic boutique in Australia, gave away fake cocaine at a GTA 5 launch event. So, okay, so the story came out via gaming section of Reddit, always a legitimate source for information. Anything on Reddit?
I can't tell you being facetious.
So they're giving
I don't know.
salt,
So basically, a user who has since deleted his or her Reddit account but kept the picture live on Imgur. I am not familiar with that thing.
Really?
Quickly, what is it?
Imgur or Imgur, or whatever, however you want to pronounce it, is a image hosting website.
Oh, very good.
Well, no. Well, so you can just send, like, if you upload it to Imgur, you can just copy the link, and it will show up as just the image.
Okay, wait, enough. Hold on. So this user posted a photo of sales desk covered with packets and prepared lines of white powder with the title "Local EB Games Australia giving out free cocaine for all GTA 5 producers." Or pre-orders, I should say. Now, they've got the photo here. You can see, I'm guessing it's an employee behind the desk, and it's actually, lines and then empty baggies all over the place on the counter. I'll have to post the
you have to
image
sort it in the shop.
online. Yeah, I'm guessing, yeah. So according to...
You can't just take a bag.
According to
So even if
Kotaku's Mark Serrels, this was a decision made by management at the store, and no one EB Games corporate office knew of the promotion, because I'm guessing, well, a lot of EB Games are franchises anyway.
Yep.
So it's not exactly the image most people want to attach to a retailer frequented by children, nor is it the image Rockstar Games would like attached to Grand Theft Auto 5. And this is more just of an editorial by the author of the Kyle Russell of Business Society Australia here. But yeah, it just goes on to say...
What is that?
The reason you haven't seen many games with that rating is parents aren't as likely to buy their kids a game that says it's for over 18 as they are to buy an M-rated game, the equivalent of an R rating for movies. So hearing that the game comes with fake real-life drugs is only going to turn away more of those potential sales. Yes.
Well, people should...
That happened. Apparently, that was a real thing that happened. Doesn't actually say which EB Games, but yeah, that's okay.
It's probably been redacted.
Probably. But, yeah, it's very funny.
What is that, Whiz Fizz or something?
That'd be funny.
Yeah, I guess.
Sure, but
Really-
I can imagine the quotes now. It's even fizzy! Oh, God. That is so bad on so many levels.